takes less time. It actually does take less time.
Okay, we got a special treat today.
Cupcakes.
I think we need the right lighting. Today is Wednesday, February the 7th, in MUT 313. We are going to look at all of the Chopin preludes today. Now Chopin, he really admired Bach, and there's stories that say that he could play from memory both volumes of the Well-Tempered Clavier. And just to remind you what the Well-Tempered Clavier is, there are 24 preludes and fugues in all the keys. Now what Bach did was he went C major to C minor, and then he just went up a half step to C sharp major, C sharp minor. So the very last one would be in B minor, right? Now Chopin chose to do it differently. He had C major to A minor, so the major and the relative minor instead of the parallel minor. Okay? Yes.
And when we're talking Chopin, we're talking Polish Chopin, or are we talking French Chopin?
Well, he was born in Poland.
Friedrich with a Y or Friedrich with the weird E?
You know, I just go with Fred. Then from A minor he goes to G major to E minor, so he goes around the circle of fifths with their relative minors. Does that make sense? So Chopin also did two other, well, he did a lot of piano works, but two other of the collections are of the etudes. And the etudes are quite beautiful music, and they speak to piano technique and also to compositional technique. There's also often a compositional aspect to each of the etudes, but also a specific technical aspect to each of the etudes. Now the preludes have a little bit of that going on. Some of the preludes are quite technical for pianists. Others, like the one that we have for our assignment, is really quite simple, and there are several simple ones in the preludes. You recognize the simple ones mostly, and some famous ones like the Raindrop and things like that. Now, this is a scrolling score. We're not going to be able to do a ton of analysis. Just sort of, we're going to just pick and choose something. If you see something, say something.
And the TSA sensors.
No, and the drugs things.
Take a quick pause there, get my pointer. We're starting to lose this a little bit. But he has this all the way through the piece, and it's what we call kind of a there's a lot of things going on, but we're kind of still hearing the top voice as melody. And again, like we saw in our piece the other day, that the strong beat dissonance was important melodically. Now, if you think to the first prelude in C major by Johann Sebastian Bach, you'll all recognize this. It's been used in so many famous movies. Can you see the analog to this in Chopin? And since this is so brief, we'll just take another quick run through this one, then we'll move ahead. But simple chords by the measure, just a little bit more pianistic. Okay, did you notice the chromaticism, that it just went up by step through the sharps? Very subtle, but there was chromaticism in this there's a lot of counterpoint going on, but yet we have a sense that it's kind of a homophonic piece. Okay, I just love that. Really hard to play. Someone who lives in my house plays a lot of these, maybe all of them, I don't know, I hear them a lot at my house. This is the next one. It is an A minor, but you notice we don't really have a feeling it's in A minor for a while. Notice the inner voice counterpoint that's chromatic. Motion to be. Pretty subtle there. I mean, this simple stuff. 5 to 505 to 5, and then 5/7. That D flat. Another fast one. G major. I love this one, really. impressive stuff. And again, just a real super correlation here to fast rhythm, fast tempo, slow harmony. The harmony very slow. It did very little. 1, motion to 4. What does 4 give us? 4 gives us 5, back to 1. Then a whole unison there at the end. I can play this one too. Takes a little longer to get through. But really, when you, never mind. Next, what do you think's going to be next? Damn straight, E minor. That's what you're going to say? Oh, we know this one, don't we? Do you mind if we move on from this one because it makes me too sad? And I mean that in the saddest kind of way. Oh, not that sad. Yeah, so that one ended in E minor. D.
What just happened?
That's pretty fast. Now this is a famous slow-mo one too. So you can see the variety of skill levels displayed for the pianist here. This is B minor naturally. Deception. Just thought you'd want to know. Suspensions. 5/4. Well, that was fine. Another simple one, sort of. Almost a little waltzy kind of thing. Notice the double chromatic neighbors. My sister played this when I was a little bitty boy. Okay, I just want to say something quick about this one here. And this is an instance where Chopin used different graphical notation to explain the compound melody. So you can see literally the little notes heads that aren't grace notes, they're fully fledged members of the note community. But he's saying, okay, this is my melody. And while we do that, we're going to do triplets in one hand and 30 seconds, 64ths in the other hand. What are those, 30 seconds? So, and at molto agitato. I don't know. I grew up mainly having baked agitatas, but I like fried agitatas. Blur. That was the previous one. F sharp minor. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that one. Let's take just a moment. I really love this whole Picardy third area before the end, but then back to A natural. It's like, oh, we've been in the sad key all along, and now we're in the happy key, but not. Back to sad. Okay, now, that to me, these all look like one chords, don't they? So this is all one chord. So we cadence like back on the other page, essentially, right? When we got our cadence to F sharp major, that was essentially the 5-1 of the piece. Now what happens here? This would be an A major chord, yes. So in the key of F sharp minor, that's a 3, yes? Yes, good, 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 good. Now, G, B, D. What's that? You can do it. B's in the bass. What's double? Flat 2 in first inversion, double the bass. Yay! Yay! So we have an example of the Neapolitan. Yay for us! Now what here? I'm going to suggest 5-7. And then Ricky retardation right there. Okay, what's coming next? Something with 4 sharps is coming next. Little review time if you need it. It's going to be major and 4 sharps. Very stately lot of notes in a short amount of time. So we're in B now, B major. Again, very dance-like prelude. That was pretty. That was too fast to discuss. People have put names on most of these preludes. I don't think Chopin did, actually. Doesn't that sound like some enchanted evening there? Yeah. When you steal from the best. I didn't mean Chopin stole from one enchanted And for bonus, anybody name the Russian author of One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich?
Theodore Dostoevsky, maybe, whatever.
He was 19th century, this 20th century art. He got sent to the Gulag, and he did write a huge book called Gulag Archipelago.
Is it the same guy who wrote The Master and Margarita?
Alexander Solzhenitsyn.
No, it's not. You're running out of my knowledge of Russian literature.
Yeah,
Crime and Punishment was Dostoevsky.
He's great.
Yes, I've read the Russians by your age. This one is kind of slow for me, so I'm adding in bonus questions. It's not that it's not pretty. Look at the overhead ped marks. I like that. I have to follow that under in the pedophile. Woo! A little juicy tone there. Let's pick it up, Fred. Whoa. That's a flat. B flat minor. Okay, this is called the raindrop. And what I do want you to notice is when this changes to sharps. And this A flat is the raindrop. But it's not always an A flat. Sometimes it's a G. My eldest played this when he was a little boy, and then he played it again as a 30-year-old boy, and changed all his fingers. I just wanted to check the time. I won't be here the rest of the week, so
What will we do now?
y'all don't come anyway. But since if you did needed to see me on Thursday or Friday, I will not be here. But you could watch the videos if you missed my image. I like it when you have to sometimes have to play the A flats a little bit louder, or the G sharps, I'm sorry. A little louder. We don't hold up lighters anymore. We hold up cell phones. I haven't been to a post-lighter concert. I've not been a cell phone person. It's getting louder. ecstasy because of the repetitive nature of it. That's the other thing. This is one of the longest, maybe the longest. Do you know that for a fact, Andy? Turnaround there, that was quite nice little turnaround. Now these are unmeasured, but still all fit in there. Again, the dissonance at an important point. One more A flat, please. This is a fun one. More chromatic scaling.
Yeah.
I want to bring something out, again, Bach and Chopin. We notice in Bach that it's mainly contrapuntal music, but occasionally he'll do something in a rhythmic unison or even a unison at the octave or something. And we've noticed in the preludes that when Chopin wants to emphasize something, he makes it a unison. And it's really quite startling after all of, in this piece, all the jump bass and chromatic scales. Suddenly it just turns something that seems like, wow, that's fast with two hands now. So another little compositional technique that has stood the test of time. That was awful fun. Okay, that was B flat minor. It sounded very happy though. Okay, this is kind of schmaltzy. Again, the dance kind of tempo, what do you call that? Key signature? Time signature! It's only like 4 words, right? This also has been stolen for some nice songs. One more. I've had the best time playing these for you today. It's super fun to just play them all for you, but then I would be Jasmine Hirakawa, wouldn't I? Would you feel cheated if I let you go 10 minutes early? I feel like we've about saturated on the Chopin. If you want to continue, there's only 5 more. We don't have to do, we could make it under time, but I don't. I want to leave you wanting more instead of like, I'll never listen to these again. Anyway, have a wonderful day. I'll see you next Monday. And I'm going to have to insist that at 10:10 next Wednesday, I have all of your papers. I'm not going to take any late work. If you're not planning on being here, you need to scan your work and send it to me before 10:10. No late work.
You're right. Did Chopin ever win a Grammy? I haven't seen Chopin's Grammy.
You know, a lot of Grammys been won playing Chopin. There's no doubt about that.
Really?